Okay, greetings everyone, and welcome to the Week 6 presentation for our online composition course. The first thing I want to talk about are a few updates. The first thing to tell you about is that there is a rubric for grading the Curiosity quests. It is now posted each week under the serial episode subfolder, so you'll see it there. It's right next to the directions. So take a look at it, check it out, and please let me know if you have any questions. Next, please get help. Your personal narrative final draft is due on Tuesday, so it's important to get help. Email Infinity if you want to go see our past leader. You can also go to the tutoring center. I have a screenshot here of the Writing Center page. If you just go to the Normandale homepage and look up the Tutoring Center, there is a link to the Writing Center, and then you can read through it and see what they have to offer. There's even an online tutor that you have access to as a student, so check it out if you want help there, or come see me in my office. Some of you have been emailing me and making appointments. That's excellent. I am happy to meet with you and help you at any time. Okay. So for this week, you can see here's a screenshot of the folder. This is everything that we're going to work on this week, and I'm going to go through things one at a time. So the first thing is you have serial episode 6. This is where Sarah lays out every bit of evidence against Adnan. So you know what to do here. Just listen to the episode. You have a discussion, and then again, I've linked the Curiosity quest directions, but again, you'll see on D2L, I've also given you the rubric for the quest. Okay, next is, again, I mentioned before, but your personal narrative final draft is due on Tuesday. That is probably, well, it's not normal because our normal due dates are Wednesdays and Fridays, so this is different. So please make a note of it. The Dropbox or the assignment folder will close, and I will not reopen it. You need to get it in. A couple of things to look at here. First is the metacognitive letter. This is also due at the time of your final draft submission. So check it out. You have to write the letter. That should be a separate document. It should not be connected to your final draft. I should see a document for your metacognitive letter and then a document for your final draft. Also, you should have already checked out the grading sheet for the personal narrative. It's linked here also so you can see it. Please let me know if you have any questions, and again, come get help. I'm happy to help you. All right, next is we are moving into rhetorical analysis. Last week, you listened to the crash course on rhetorical analysis and on rhetoric. That's after you read the Thank You for Arguing chapters. So this week, we're going to start practicing. And again, we are going to first analyze arguments that have already been written so that we get used to doing that and get used to understanding the concepts. Our last paper, the argument paper, comes at the very end of the semester. It's the last 3 weeks of the semester. And it's important that you understand all of this content. That's why we're starting early. That way when we get to the end, it won't be so overwhelming. So what I want you to look at here is that there's an essay. There was actually a whole series that NPR sponsored, and it was called the This I Believe, and there were all these essays from all these different people and all these different disciplines where they wrote a short essay about the one thing that they believe in life. And so this is an essay by a lawyer named Peter Keene. This is his This I Believe essay, and it's entitled Everyone Deserves Defense. Now, if you look on D2L in the argument subfolder for this, you'll notice that the very first link I've given you there is the original article. The reason I gave you the link is because Peter Keene reads his essay aloud, and sometimes that's really powerful to listen to it. So that's the only reason I gave you the link. You will want to download and print the second document there where it says Everyone Deserves Defense paragraph and the numbers. That's the one you want to print because I have typed the essay and added paragraph numbers, and that will make it easier for us to talk about it. So that's the one you want to print. You also want to print the next document there. It's called Rhetorical Analysis Worksheet, first 2 pages. You want to print that one also in order to do the next thing on the list, which is the voice thread. The voice thread on rhetorical analysis, I will lead you through how to complete the worksheet and how to do it for the Peter Keene essay. I will lead you through every part of it so that it will make sense to you. I've also given you, if you look on the subfolder, the last document there are the answers. So I've given you a clean copy of my answers. It also has, I think, a copy of my annotated article in that document too. You're going to want to look at everything. Make sure you understand it and let me know if you have any questions. Next week, the next article that we'll do, you'll be on your own. I'm going to start you a little bit and get you some help to set it up. And then you'll be on your own to fill it out and submit it as an assignment. So we're going to do a really easy short essay first, so it's important you understand it. Let me know if you're confused. Okay, next thing is I'm going to introduce you to our next assignment, which is our rhetorical mode essay. And so I've given you a couple documents here to introduce this essay to you. The first one is the instruction sheet. When this class is a face-to-face class, it's printed on gold paper. So you might hear me talk about it as the gold sheet. If I do that, this is what I mean. This is the instruction sheet that will get us started for this essay. It's important that you read this first. So download it. You can print it. I would if I were you. And I would... please read it before you go any farther. Next, I've given you a voice thread that walks you through the essay. There are many parts to this essay. It will take us about 8 weeks to get through this essay. This is our big paper for the semester. It's also worth 30% of your final grade. It is a big deal. So it's complicated or complex. There's lots going on in this unit. So it's important that you understand like that 30,000 feet view of the entire unit. I will lead you through everything as we go, but it's important for you to kind of understand the overall journey of the next 8 weeks. So listen to the voice thread. There is a chance on there for some participation, so make sure you're checking that out. And then just for your ease, I've given you the PowerPoint presentation that I used in the voice thread, but again, listen to the voice thread. Okay, next, as a part actually of the voice thread, you're going to take a quick break and do a 7-minute writing on justice. The guiding question for the 7-minute writing is, did Adnan receive justice and did Hay? And so this is just a 7-minute writing. This is on your private discussion board. You're going to take a break during the voice thread and complete this. The last thing that you have for this week is to look at the rhetorical mode essay expository text set. So you're going to see this subfolder, and in that subfolder there are 7, 7, that's what I thought. 7 expository articles. Some of them are super short. They're just a definition. Some are like 3 pages long. So they vary in length and complexity, but it's important that you read every single one of them. If I were you, I would print them. You are going to need them for the next 8 weeks. You should probably start printing stuff now. So read them, and then when you're done, there is an assignment that you have to submit by Friday. So for each expository article on justice, you have 2 jobs. The first job is to write your own definition of each justice type in your own words. You should be paraphrasing. You should not be direct quoting your definition. In other words, you're going to say, legal justice is, and you're going to answer that in your own words. Then you need to provide textual evidence for this definition from the expository article. So support each one of your definition with textual evidence from the text. So you're going to have 7 definitions. So you'll say, number 1, legal justice. Legal justice is, you're going to complete that sentence as your definition, and then you're going to provide textual evidence for your definition so that you're showing me that you've read the expository articles. Okay, I think that is it for the week. Please contact me with any questions, comments, or concerns, and let's have a great week. Thanks.